Hello, and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender show on the Sunday. Hope everyone's keeping well out there, and I hope each and every one of you had a fantastic weekend up to now. The rain returns, but hey ho, it was only drizzle, and I was out and about today at the Walton Caretale for a brief visit there just to see how things are going, and everyone seems to be in a really, really good mood. It was pretty empty today. I think it was the final games. Plenty of trophies being given out and probably plenty of winners. But wherever you've been today, if you've been having tournaments, finals day, league presentations, please, I hope you showed loads of respect on and off the field of play, the way it should be. Conducted yourselves absolutely fabulous. I was going to say something else, but fabulous. Anyway, let's just hope none of you had these. Let's hope it was all nice, clean sheets in the cards. As well, I can't say if it's a cup game because I know there's only one winner in the cup game, and commiserations if you became the runners up there. I know how hard it is when you're playing right the way through the season. The kids get to a cup final. Sometimes it can go to penalties and it's all before you know it, and that is devastating. I think, my honest opinion, I think you just play until it's over, rather than those penalties, because the onus is on one player. It really is. If they miss, they feel so small indeed. And I've seen it a million times where they're all crying and they're all upset. And I hate to see that in kids' football. But the good thing about kids' football is the games come thick and fast, because I know there's tournaments going on tomorrow as well. So everyone's playing in bank holiday tournaments. Everyone's looking forward to a massive weekend, Saturday, Sunday and Monday of tournaments. Everyone is over the moon. So all the cup winners become cup finalists yet again. They all want to enter up. They just won the league. They just won a cup. They want to enter into a competition. With all the rigmarole starts and all the profiles are all out there. You see all the top managers. We just won the cup. We've gone into this tournament. We'll win that as well. And you've seen all that. Big egos. There's a lot of big egos wherever you go in grassroots football. And that's what we need to cut out. We need to take all that away from them. And clubs can be responsible of that as well. You can see loads of social media posts about, wow, our team won this, our team won that, our team's done this, our team's done that. And then there's never a mention about the runners-up. There's never a mention about how all the other teams were throughout that league, how they enjoyed themselves, how the kids fared right across the season. Were they behaving? Where there's one or two incidents with the parents? You never see that. You never see clubs speak up about incidents that occurred with their teams. And yet, when I was running the team, DXTL, I was honest and open, and I told everyone if I got rid of a parent, that parent went for a reason. And obviously, if the parent goes, the child goes, doesn't it? And that's, I couldn't have any mess, and I couldn't have any threats or aggressive behaviour within the club. That had to end. It had to end. And that's the way I done things. And I think a lot of clubs out there should really enforce rules within their club. And I don't mind if they want to take hold of the don't cross the line codes of conduct. I know a lot of clubs want to, well, this is ours, this is what we're doing, sign to this. They don't want to take anyone else on, even though we've got your Don't Cross the Line campaign who are there to support each and every one of you, individual teams, committee members, referees, parents. We're there for everyone. We are there for everyone, and that's what we try and do. To make a difference in grassroots football, we try and bring everyone together and make better attitudes right across the globe. That's what we want, and it makes better football. You've got kids, their teams with good attitudes. Honestly, that's what you need. That's what you need. Now, I had to tell my son off a little bit today because he was a little bit upset the way my grandson, his son, was playing and not performing. And you've got to realise, and he listened at the end, and I went, leave him alone. He's a bit upset there. I gave him a great big hug, and I just said, take no notice to your dad. Take no notice. You were playing great out there. And that, to me, is all it's about. Putting a smile back on their faces, talking to them, and don't get them worried about, have I done wrong? It doesn't make sense, If you're thinking about going to face your dad. No, that doesn't happen. You just need to go out there and enjoy yourselves, regardless of the score. You've got games coming thick and fast, as I say. They play Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They're into Monday. The kids love the football, but also they need a rest somewhere along the line. They're bound to have one or two poor games. They're bound to. And then next week they'll be on friendlies. Next week they go into summer tournaments. There's no rest for the kids. So the games come thick and fast for the kids. Tell the kids, if they haven't won this week, they'll always improve next week. There'll always be another competition. Always. As long as they're growing and enjoying themselves, there's plenty of competitions and football matches in grassroots football. And we need everyone to get behind the kids, get behind the referees, and get behind each other on and off the field of play. Make a difference in grassroots football. That's what it's all about, making a difference and just enjoying yourselves. And this is what the message is we put out to parents, referees, you name it. And do you know what? When I was walking at one of the league games there the other day, I walked along and this woman was walking towards me and she gave me a fist bump and just shouted, "REFspect." And I loved it. And I loved it. To be recognised like that's part and parcel. She'll take that message across with her. She'll make a difference in grassroots football. She will go and talk to parents and say, do you know that campaign that Don't Cross the Line, that REFspect campaign? It's all about the referees and the young kids and making a difference at grassroots football. Making a difference. Letting everyone know what we're all about. And it's all about being together. It's the togetherness, bringing each other together, making a team of it. Stop the arguing, stop the shouting. Good managers, good coaches will sit there, talk to the kids at the end of the game and say, look, okay, we lost this one. Maybe we can do better in the next one. What's your mistakes? What do you think what went wrong? What do you think we done wrong? The team were good that we were playing. They scored the goals. We didn't score the goals. We missed loads of chances. It could have been a different scoreline. But hey ho, there's more games to come. More games. So get your heads up, get your chins up, and be positive. Whenever you go out and enjoy your game, be positive with your friends, smile, talk, don't mess around with the kids. That's your team. That's your teammates. That's the way we need to talk to the kids. That's the way we make them feel welcome, make them feel wanted, make them feel as if they've given their all. And that's how you can run a football team. Regardless of scorelines, if they're getting beat every week, they're going to improve. The kids will develop. Do you know when I was starting teams and we were losing 14, 15 nils or something like that, and then you just improve and the kids get better and the scores come down, and that's what I look at, scores coming down. And when you play these top teams and then they recognise that your team's got stronger, yes, players will leave, different kids will come in, it benefits the whole team, and that's the way grassroots football is. If players leave, other kids will come in. I don't think there's a team out there that's ever had a full squad who stayed together right the way through unless the world beaters. That's the only way I can think of it. Or the academy kids, they stick together. Every player moves across to a team, goes to another team, and that's the way it is in grassroots football. But what we probably don't like is managers who go out there and want to win everything and try and take away a player from another team because they're scoring goals, they're defending great, they're great keeper, whatever it is, and they try and poach them, and it still goes on. It still goes on. They go and see the parents or the friends of the parents. When you play for us, we're a strong team, we win everything. And that's what parents hear. We win everything. Wow. So we're going to get trophies. You've got to develop, you've got to earn your trophies, you've got to play in a team. And every grassroots player must have been in a weak team somewhere along the line. Coaches have the ability to perform with the kids and let the kids perform themselves and become stronger. But it's all about good attitudes. And a lot of coaches, I've heard some coaches and the kids are swearing and I'm saying, yeah, and it's going over their head. These kids could be 10 years of age, swearing their heads off. And the coach is going, yeah, but blah, blah, blah. You do this, you do that. And parents will laugh at it. We don't want that in society. We want the kids to respect each other, respect the coach, respect more adults, and swearing at a grassroots football game is a no-go. That makes poor attitudes right along because it all spreads to your other teammates, and there could be a bully within that club, within that team, and they're all scared of. You don't know. And they're the ones with the bad attitudes who'll spread that word and spread the inconsistency within the grassroots football team. So we need to iron that out as a good coach, as a good manager, as a good mum, a good dad, parents, grandparents, and there's loads and loads out there. It's only the minority of parents who ruin it, or spectators ruin it for others. Honestly, the majority are absolutely brilliant, and the majority of the ones who are supporting us, the minority of parents who don't like referees and just want to win week in, week out, will never, ever support. Don't cross the line of respect. Even if they'll let on to me, but they'll never like, they'll never share a post. There's something about it. And we know that that is part and parcel of grassroots football. And there's managers, coaches out there with big egos won't do it either. There's organisations that won't come on board, even though we'll support what they're doing. They won't support what we're doing. It's because they all want glory. There's a lot of people who want glory. And unfortunately, glory doesn't come all the time unless you've got the top quality players who are in academies, who are going to be picked up in your team, and everyone looks at that team. And we've been laughing and joking about what the names on kids' football teams and the way things have gone now in the clubs. It used to be, so I used to run a team, BRSA, we had a club, and it used to be BRSA Blue, A, B, C, D, whatever it was, but all that club with all that name. Yeah, you can have the JFA, it'll stay there, but all now it's foreign names, foreign teams, foreign clubs. They're using their names, and you have to laugh at them all. The club, JFA, say, for instance, let's go for that. And it should be JFA blue, yellow, red, but it's all got the same kits now. So it's all like, and for instance, I put this name to one of the teams, Genoa. Thankfully, they've kept it. Don't know whether they're going to change the name in there next year. Maybe, but no, it's good, and the kids get used to it. And I come up with that as an Italian name because that's what the club chairman asked me to do. We wanted to put in club teams, pick them from anywhere. And that's what we've done. And I suppose, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I don't know. It's grassroots football, I suppose. Matt@don'ttexttheline.com. Let me know your thoughts on the names of the teams and what you think, what it was like years and years ago when you were running teams. Oh, God. I thought the atmosphere was so friendly with all of us. Managers, we all knew each other. We're all competing together, and it was great. And I still talk to them, and it's fantastic. And the kids as well. The kids have grown up, and I still talk to them as well. That's the way football is, keep in touch with each other. That's what it's all about, keeping in touch and making a difference at grassroots football. And we've got our heart of gold as well, because the reason we heart of gold is one step ahead on mental health. And we're going to be banging a drum on that over the next few weeks as well. We're bringing that in because the REFspect comes in. And plus the fact, REFspect and Don't Cross the Line, and one step ahead on mental health, make a difference, because kids playing football could have mental health struggles that you're not aware of. And we need to bring the best out in those kids. Are they withdrawn? Are they participating in whatever you do? Are they, what do they do when they go home after the game? Do they go up to their rooms and the parents are thinking, they're talking to the friends, and they're not, they're just on the game, or they're withdrawn, they don't want to talk to anyone, and they're very quiet on the field of play. They're not open and honest, and you've got to look for this. And as a good coach and manager, could bring it out to them, could see it. So this is why one step ahead on mental health is going to make a difference as well to the kids out there. We've brought out the song, you saw that, Lean on Me, with the Heart of Gold Choir. We're going to promote that more and more and more and more. And we're going to do something that's a little bit different, unique, and bring someone together. We're going to bring mental health nurses in. And we're organising something over the next few weeks to make a difference to the kids in grassroots football. And I really do want to invite Chris Kirkland along, because Chris was absolutely brilliant, been through a lot of struggles himself, knows the score, knows what's happening. And obviously, if he can get the message across to kids at a young age as well, they can help someone with their friends. So we want everyone to support us on this one if you can. It's always, as I say, respect, don't cross the line. With the referees could be struggling as well with mental health, and you just don't know. And it makes it worse when there's a lot of verbal abuse and aggressive behaviour from the sidelines. It makes anxiety within the kids and parents and adults. It brings it on. It makes it, people don't look for this. People just think, oh, win, lose or draw. That's the way football is. Just put up with it. But you've got to realise and look at the bigger picture. We don't want any kids suffering with mental health issues, and we just need to combat it and put ourselves together. And let's all work as a team. Let's all get that circle of friends going with Don't Cross the Line, REFspect, Heart of Gold initiatives, one step ahead on mental health, no ref, no game. We're all there. And all you grassroots teams and kids and mums and dads and coaches and parents can all stay together with us and make a difference. We can all make a difference. And that's what we're asking you to do. We don't want anyone suffering with mental health issues, not one iota. And we've got to thank our friends, the National Lottery, for helping us make a difference as well. Because without the support of the National Lottery, we couldn't bring one step ahead on mental health together. We couldn't make a difference, but we are. We're making a difference. And we want people to know that we're here for you. And we'll be in touch with Whitepass. We'll be in touch with all the organisations. Urban Health UK will be in touch. We're forming an alliance with them, a partnership to make that difference. And we're bringing in Shine Business Solutions as well. That's a business. That's a big business. That's a good business. And it's local and it will help because it's also a national business. So we're bringing people on board to make that difference. And yes, we're still waiting to get this perfect. So Peter's working hard on our tech side and young Dan, and we bring Jaden in, but we can't bring a guest into the studio until we've got it right, pitch perfect. And that's the way we've got to be. We've got to be 100% accurate. And as Peter says, time. Take your time and get it right. And that's what I'm doing. Take my time, getting it right. The work's done in the studio. We're all making a difference in the studio. And the guests are coming. And myself and Dan done a show the other day on Friday. And it worked. But we went a different way about it. So when Peter comes into the studio, he'll work on that side of things because we have a mixer. And we're trying to combine the mixer with the owl and whether they're compatible. And they're not working together with the iMac. This is what we've got. There's three sources. It's like a triangle, like in football as well, But hey ho, we'll get there and we'll get our guests in. We've got a big long line list, a list of guests come along, big long line list. Anyway, we've got a waiting list and they're coming in and everyone's ready to tour and we can't wait. So it all remains for me to say, wow, it's hotting up in the Premier League. Everyone knows where they are now. Everyone's winning trophies in grassroots. And we've got a massive game today. Manchester United, and we'll talk about that on Friday. Everton have got a massive game tomorrow. They've got Manchester City. We'll talk about that with young Dan on Friday as well. But wherever you are, whatever you're doing, please make sure, even in these tournaments tomorrow, loads of respect on and off the field of play. We don't want any animosity towards each other. We don't want any aggressive behaviour towards the referees or against each other. We just want everyone to support each other and make a difference on and off the field of play. And loads of respect, especially in the bank holiday tomorrow. We want loads of respect. Please bear with us and start supporting Don't Cross the Line and the work that we do within grassroots football. We appreciate all your support, even though we've had the awareness weekends with the PGMO, the PFA, the Premier League, every governing body, football leagues, Liverpool, Everton, who all gone on board, the county FAs. and Liverpool County FA. We appreciate it, and they'll all be on board again next year, 26-27. But it's not over. Week in, week out, in your summer tournaments, your summer leagues, REFspect continues, and it'll continue tomorrow at your tournament. Please bring it to light and tell everyone about it, and make sure that you keep these referees within the game, keep them officiating, and keep the children playing. Thanks for tuning in over the weekend. We'll be back again on Friday, hopefully with young Dan. In the meantime, put your feet up, relax, and enjoy the matches and enjoy the rest of the week. We'll see you back on Friday. Cheerio for now.